Let's solve for the value of x, for which 4 to the 1 minus x plus 4 to the 1 plus x is equal to 10. Well, we're going to be applying the property of indices that says when I have a to the m minus n, just as it is here, this can be written as a to the m divided by a to the n. So subtraction is associated with division. Now, what about what we have here? We apply the property of indices that says when I have a to the m plus n, just as it is here, this can be written as a to the m times a to the n. So addition is associated with multiplication. Now let's apply this to this. So that means this expression can be written as 4 to the 1 divided by 4 to the x plus this expression can be written as 4 to the 1 times 4 to the x, and this is equal to 10. 4 to the 1 is 4 all over the denominator, 4 to the x plus 4 to the 1 is 4 times 4 to the x, and this is equal to 10. Now, our next step will be for us to clear the fraction. What I have here as a denominator is 4 to the x. So in order to clear the fraction, I'm going to be multiplying through by 4 to the x. So here we have 4 over 4 to the x multiplied by 4 to the x plus here we have 4 times 4 to the x. So we're going to multiply this term also by 4 to the x equal to, here we have 10. We also need to multiply by 4 to the x. Now 4 to the x cancels out 4 to the x, leaving behind 4 plus, here we have 4 times 4 to the x times 4 to the x is 4 to the x squared. And this is equal to 10 times 4 to the x. We have 4 to the x here. We also have 4 to the x here, which makes the equation looks complex to the eyes. But we can make it more simple when we substitute by saying that let 4 to the x be equal to p. So that means this equation can now be written as 4 plus 4 times, this becomes p squared. So this is p squared equal to, this becomes 10p. So 10p. So we have a quadratic equation. So let's arrange the quadratic equation by moving this 10p to the left hand side. So we have 4p squared here, and as 10p squared crosses, it becomes minus 10p. I already have plus 4 here equal to 0. Now we need to reduce this equation by dividing through by 2. So we divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, and divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2, we have 2p squared minus 10p divided by 2, we have 5p plus 4 divided by 2 is p equal to 0 divided by 2 is 0. Fortunately, this equation can be factorized. Now, we need to multiply this 2 by this 2. So 2 times 2 gives 4. So what are the factors of plus 4? I'll choose negative 4 times negative 1. Why am I choosing negative 1 and negative 1? Because on adding, it gives the middle term here negative 5. So this is very much good to solve this equation. So we have 2p here, 2p squared. Now I'll take this, negative 4p, and then negative 1p plus 2 equal to 0. So now let's factorize the first two terms. 2p is common, so we have to bring out 2p, open bracket. 2p squared divided by 2p, we have p, minus, this is 4p divided by 2p, we have 2, close bracket. Here I have minus. Now, 1 is common from these other two terms, so I'm going to be writing 1. Now, open bracket. This is negative 1p divided by negative 1. I have p. And then 2 divided by negative 1 is negative 2. And this is equal to 0. So we see that we have, inside of these two brackets, we have a common term, p minus 2. So we can write out p minus 2 out, open bracket. From here, 2p will remain. And from here, negative 1 will remain. That is it. And this is equal to 0. So we have two cases. We have p minus 2 to be equal to 0, or we have 2p minus 1 to be equal to 0. From here, the value of p will be equal to, as negative 1 crosses to the right, it becomes 2. Here, we move negative 1 to the right, so that we have 2p to be equal to, as negative 1 crosses, it becomes positive 1. And now dividing both sides by 2 so that we get the value of p. P will be equal to 2 cancel out 2, so we have p to be equal to 1 all over 2. So there are two values of p. We have 2 and 1 over 2. Now let's substitute that here so that we get the value of x. So let's recall our substitution. So recall that we said let 4 to the x be equal to p. Starting with our first value of p, when p is equal to 2, we're going to be substituting that here. So we have 4 to the x to be equal to p is 2. And 4 can be written as 2 squared. And this is raised to the x. So we're going to be raising this 4 to the x equal to, this 2 is same as 2 to the 1. Now, from indices, these 2 and this x can multiply. So we have 2 to the 2 times x is 2x. And this is equal to 2 to the 1. Now, the base on the left and the base on the right are the same. So we equate powers. The power on the left is 2x equal to the power on the right is 1. And to get the value of x, we divide both sides by 2. So 2 cancels out 2, leaving behind x to be equal to 1 all over 2. Now let's get the value of p, the other value of p, which is equal to 1 all over 2. We substitute that here. Here we have 4 to the x to be equal to, the value of p now is 1 all over 2. 4 can be written as 2 squared, which gives 4. This is raised to the x, so we can raise this to the x. This is equal to 1 over 2 can be written as 2 to the negative 1. It is the same thing. Now this power can multiply this power, so we have 2 to the 2 times x is 2x. This is equal to 2 to the negative 1. Now notice that the base on the left and the base on the right are the same, so we equate the powers. The power on the left is 2x equal to the power on the right, negative 1. So divide both sides by 2. Notice that this 2 cancels out this 2, leaving behind x to be equal to negative 1 all over 2. So we have two values of x. So it's either x is equal to 1 over 2 or x is equal to negative 1 all over 2. And if we have to check, let's check. Our given equation is 4 to the 1 minus x plus 4 to the 1 plus x equal to 10. This is the left-hand side, and this is the right-hand side. So we're going to be solving the left-hand side to see if we have 10 as a result. So let's take the left-hand side. So take the left-hand side. Let's start with when x is equal to 1 all over 2. So on the left, the expression, we have 4 to the 1 minus x. X is 1 over 2 plus, this is 4 to the 1 plus x. X is 1 over 2. So this becomes 4 to the 1 minus half is half. Plus, this becomes 4 to the 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, that is 3. So we have 3 all over the denominator 2. 4 can be written as 2 squared, and this is raised to the 1 over 2 plus 4 can be written as 2 squared, and this is raised to the 3 over 2. Now from indices, these powers multiply. So we see that this 2 can cancel out this 2, leaving behind 2 to the 1 plus, now this 2 cancel out this 2, leaving behind 2 to the 3. So 2 to the 3. 2 to the 1 is 2 plus 2 to the 3 is 8. 2 plus 8 gives 10, which is equal to the right hand side. Now we can also test for when x is equal to negative 1 over 2, because this is the other value of x we've got. And if we have to put it into our original equation, we still have the same result. So 1, this is 4 to the 1, this is minus. Our x is negative 1 over 2 plus 4 to the 1. Here I have plus, x is negative 1 over 2. Now we have 4 to the 1. Negative times negative gives positive, 1 over 2 plus, here we have 4 to the 1. Positive times negative is negative 1 all over 2. Now, notice that what I have here and what I have here are the same, just that their positions are interchanged. So whether they interchange their position or not, we're going to have the same result as 10. You can try that out and tell me your result in the comment section below. Well, feel free to share your ideas in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video and have learned something from this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss my upcoming videos. And like I always say, until next time, take care.